Hey everybody, welcome back to Be Patient, Be Present, Be Joyful, the weekly audio blog by Ryan Stanley. This is episode 16, and today I was thinking about these episodes, these weekly audio blogs, and a lot of the time I focus on, hey, it's going to get better, keep going, be patient, obviously, be present, keep moving forward. And looking at where we are now and where we want to be and taking action steps towards that. But this week I kind of want to also look at where we've come from and the importance and value of celebrating your successes and celebrating your wins. I'm in a weekly mastermind group, and each week the three of us who get together, the way we start off our conversation is by celebrating our wins and by kind of sharing them with the group and looking at the different things that we've accomplished over the past week since we spoke. And I think so often, when I'm working with my coaching clients, there's an important part of recognizing everything that you've done, everything that you've gotten, everything that you've done to get you to where you are now. You may not be exactly where you want to be, but take a moment to celebrate everything that you've done to get you to where you are. And in fact, if you're listening to this, you're obviously interested in some sort of growth, some sort of personal development. And so even just taking time to listen to things like this, or to read books or articles that serve your purpose or that teach you about life or the direction that you're going, everything that you've done has brought you to where you are now. And so I just want to maybe point out to you to make a suggestion that once a week, whether it's by yourself, with friends, find another mastermind group of yourself, work with a coach or whatever it is, but to take time to pat yourself on the back. Celebrate what you've done. Take a look at what you've done. It's not done with cockiness or ego or a rude sense of pride that I'm better than anybody else, as much as it is that I'm better than the person that I was yesterday. And I am, celebrate what you've done. Take a look. Once a week, write down what you've accomplished over the last week. It's a great way for you to kind of understand not only where you've been, but where you're going. And to give yourself some credit and to celebrate who you are, what you've done, and that will actually give you more power to keep going, as we talked about in last week's episode. So, I don't want to take too much time today. I'm really just want to celebrate you and to say congratulations on everything you've done. You're doing amazing. You've done a lot. I don't know what that specifically is for you. I know what it is for me. I know what it is for the type of people that I speak with often. But I also know that with all of these people who are often very successful and are moving forward and are building great things in their life, they still don't take time to look at what they've done. And they get caught up in what I haven't done yet. And they get caught up in what is still to be done. But there's also extreme value in celebrating what you've done already. And to do it often and frequently. As with everything else, consistency is important. So consistency in moving forward, and consistency in taking action, and consistency in controlling your thoughts are all valuable to move forward in this adventure of life. But it's just as valuable to recognize and be consistent in your awareness and gratitude and recognition of yourself for where you've come from and what you've accomplished and what you've done and where you're going. And the fact that you've taken actions to get you to the point where you want to keep going, and you have more to do and you have goals to accomplish, but you've also accomplished goals. And you've also taken action. And if you haven't yet, then start today. And then a week from today, write down what you've done in the past week. Maybe once a week on Friday. What did I accomplish this week? Nice job, me. Write it down, even if it's just for yourself. Take it on a Google Note on your phone or whatever. And when you start to look back, even on a weekly basis, to say, this is what I accomplished this week, this is what I accomplished that week, it makes you, it gives you just some clarity that you are moving forward and that you're not standing still. And it also gives you value. Sometimes people are so caught up in getting value or perceived value from other people's opinions. I think a couple weeks ago I did a whole episode on not caring what other people think. But we do often. And so it's just as valuable to, decide what you think and to give yourself that acknowledgement so that you don't need other people's opinions. You don't need other people's perspectives. But as humans and as people who are moving forward, we do need some sort of acknowledgement and validation, right? It's part of the human nature. So give yourself that acknowledgement. Give yourself that validation. Celebrate your wins. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing great. You're doing better than you probably give yourself credit for. If you look at all the different things you've accomplished on a personal basis, whether it be sometimes just keeping a household going, paying your bills, taking care of your kids, all the different things that all of us do all the time, making time for friends and family, doing your full-time job, making meals, whatever it is that you are doing every day, celebrate that, recognize it, mark it down, decide how you can improve, what are the lessons from your wins as well, and then move forward. You deserve the life that you want, and I think the more we acknowledge the life that we've lived and the things that we've brought into that existence and that adventure on our own intentions and actions, the more we see those, the more we start to see that there's opportunities for us to do more and can enjoy the process of doing more. So pat yourself on the back, give yourself a high five, celebrate yourself at a minimum weekly. Some people do it every day. I know, I've talked in the past about my journaling, and at the end of each day I celebrate wins. I write down what are at least 3 wins that I had today. Sometimes there's a lot more. But in that, it acknowledges yourself and your journey and your efforts. And from there, you continue to keep going. So celebrate you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for all that you've done. You are doing awesome. If nobody told you today, I am telling you. Keep it up. Don't look at the things you haven't done right. Look at the things you've done well, and then decide who you want to be from there. You're awesome. I appreciate you making the time to listen to this. I hope that it serves you, and I hope that you make time to celebrate yourself. Sometimes nobody else will. And that's okay. And that's important for you to recognize, that we don't need somebody else. You really just need to be on purpose, live with intention, celebrate who you've been, and that's it. I appreciate your time. Thank you for being you. I look forward to speaking with you again next week.